What's up, and welcome to Ditty Deep Dive, the live stream where we bring on an artist and dive deep into their ditties. Those are their songs, in case you didn't know. Ooh, I heard that. Yeah, what's up? We're back. We have an intro. Check it out. It was awesome. Hope you had some laughs. We worked really hard on that music. No, we just ripped it off the internet. What's up? Royalty free, that is. What's up? I am your host and Captain Justin of the Streamboat, brought to you live every Saturday. We got the finest crew upon the high seas, but we'll get to them in just a minute. First and foremost, we're going to get you to why you're here, most likely. Except for Mom, I know you're here for me. What's up? Let's start off with a little note about his fingers, because I'm sure they're tired. He's about to be using them a lot on his guitar, but he just painted them a lot on little figurines. He does super small scale things, right? Warhammer. He paints hammers in a warlike fashion. Is that right? Well, yeah. We also he's known as a small-time, or actually big-time crime boss from the Prohibition era, but before he got big. He's also a giant when he passes. Let's give it up to the guy of small-time Capone, when giants pass, KILLIAN McCALLA!
Down below the hedgerow, that's where you'll find me. A bargain for the devil, a complicated song, a wicked old man will sing in time. Give back all your little promises that you doled out in hopes of preventing the warning of the bastards or a callous creaking crack of the stormy wind. So come, oh my darling, oh my sweetheart, look at all the damage you have done. You have buried me down here, and into the madness we will go. Come daybreak, you will ask forgiveness at the altar, but little did you know that the minstrel only sings if you have the coin to pay for his song. Oh, 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 left me down here with, down below the hedgerow. That's where we will wait until we finally join. So come, oh my darling, oh my sweetheart, look at all the damage you have done. You will bury me down here, and into the madness we will go. Into the madness we will go. Into the madness we will go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. More money, more problems. Yeah, more money, more problems. I just dropped all my lyrics on the ground. I threw them on the ground. I have my lyrics because I was asked 2 days ago to do this show.
And we really appreciate you being here.
And here we are. And I don't remember any of the lyrics because it's been a while. This is Justin's favorite song.
Hey.
Shout out Justin.
Hopefully I do it justice.
Oh,
Would you like to do the horn part, or are you leaving that up to me?
I got some kazoo.
Okay, all right. Well, they come in together, so we've
God.
rehearsed this.
Oh, no.
1, 2, 3.
I got kazoo.
Ringing in your ears is us crying out loud with a sound of such despise. So you think this is a game, but every time I hear your name, I hear a list that's been compiled. Oh, here we go. And the guns rang out, the people hit the ground without a sound like oh no. So what are your regrets? Did you ever think it'd come to this? Oh, I know you think you did. You will rue this. You will rue this day. Back me up and watch me burn. We'll have nothing left to say. As the walls come crashing. Yeah. A wicked life with nothing more to lose. Lord, please for more than can be had. I can't begin to count the days that I held on to your past, so I lost until the end. You will hold me down, down until the words will drown like oh no. So don't you beg and plead. Did you ever think it'd come to this? Oh, you know I think you did. You will rue this. You will rue this day. So back me up and watch me burn. We'll have nothing left to say. As the walls come crashing. All right, now there's just massive drum solo. Ryan stared on the drums, just banging away. Oh, and then we pause. And then there's a guitar and a bass duet, and they play some nasty stuff. And they just go on and on, and they just kill it. Chris and Chase are just, call and response, and Chase is inspired by no effects and doing some crazy hard stuff that's moving just so fast, and then, I'm over here just playing my chords, as I do. And then I come in with the masses screaming, no. Will you help to let us out? Shake the air in which you breathe. The wicked heart that fills your chest will last for a moment more to rest when you're finally proven wrong. And the guns rang out, the people hit the ground without a sound like oh no. So what are your regrets? Did you ever think it'd come to this? Oh, I think you did. You will hold me down until the words will drown. Oh no, so don't you beg and plead. Did you ever think it'd come to this? Oh, watch me burn, well, I've nothing left to say. As the walls come crashing, and you'll rue this day. 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 And the guns rang out, the people hit the ground without a sound like, oh no. So what are your regrets? Did you ever think it'd come to this? Oh, you know I think you did, and you will hold me down until the words will drown. Don't you beg and plead, did you ever think you'd come to this? Oh, you know I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, sorry I failed you on the kazoo. It's so hard to do this while you're smiling.
The kazoo is not an instrument to play while you're laughing.
No. But dude, I freaking love that song. Anyone who's been badly wronged can truly relate to that song, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like how like broad you've left it in terms of like it can literally be like any way you've been wronged.
Yeah.
It's not pinpointing a wrong necessarily.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get too specific with it because like the thing about writing songs is that we're not writing them just for us. You know, we like to leave songwriters like to leave things up to interpretation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, we just write a fucking book.
I like it.
Is this the right song I'm supposed to be playing now? Old Soldiers?
Old Soldiers.
Great.
Yep.
Ships are sailing, mother's wailing, and I've been hoping for a sunny day. And I'm trying, Lord knows I'm trying. I've been wishing for a second chance. So lay your head upon this floor, begging me for answers. That's the chord. And I'll write songs for no one, just to prove you wrong, just to prove you. The moon was rising, sad day dying. The old soldiers always made it home. The lovers crying, they were sighing, maybe needing some time alone. Lay your head upon this floor, begging God for answers. Well, I'll write songs for no one, just to prove God wrong. They stared at us as if all our fault, that their young never cared to mourn. I bowed my head, said my piece, and asked you why they were sent to die. So lay your head upon this floor, begging me for answer. Well, I'll write songs for no one, just to prove you wrong, just to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Done. Finished. Well, we made it through that one. Ooh, this is going to be a toughie. We are now utilizing the capo.
Hey.
Capo?
Cape hello.
There's always, you know, anytime you use a capo, there's always some guy. What you could use a capo for? Learn how to play the chords. Like,
I think they
nah,
sound,
man.
They sound pretty up here.
Oh, just gonna use a capo. It's way easier.
Yeah.
I'm all about shortcuts. I use the same chords for my songs. Use a lot of the same lyrics for the songs. It saves a lot of time. How do you think I wrote so many albums?
Hey, you just got a flow, man. That's all.
All right. This is another When Giants Pass song, and I've never played it live, so here you go.
Oh, sweet.
This song was featured on some New Hampshire college radio after it came out. No idea who they were.
That's
Oh, this is the wrong one. Capo's on the wrong spot. Jeez. Can't even capo right. That's easy mode.
Do you
I
even
need
capo,
cheat
bro?
codes. I need a capo lesson. Justin, can you tell me how capos work? I was just a broken man, the way you sang about me in your songs. And I never meant to do no wrong, but here I sit a defendant on the bench, pleading that you find me innocent, and how they'll wash me down. No, how you'll wash me down. How it hurts. I swallowed land upon your hand. You always were a charmer to the birds. Say I saw it all along, but I was whisked away before I could be heard. So drag me off and point me to the wolves, then how they'll drag me down. Oh, how they'll drag me down. How it hurts. How it hurts. Rapture was my claim to fame. You thought it fun if you could point the blame. heard of all these words before. What makes you think I'd take the fall again? You'll string me up and let me hang till noon. And no, and still I plead they find me innocent.
Man, just like a beautiful whistler, man.
My lips are so dry. I keep having to go like all the people on stream. I hope you like that.
Yeah. Kyle said we went up in viewer.
Oh yeah. How many more viewers do we have now? Like 50, right? Chat is popping off.
Chat is popping. There's a lot of people sweating in there now.
We've got some bath water too, if you want some of that. All right, this song, according to Justin, is not on the album In the Wake.
At least I knew it as a totally different name.
He goes, it's not on In the Wake. It's not called that. I checked.
I'm pretty sure.
I had to get the lyrics from somewhere because I didn't know them before practicing for the shows.
You're like, trust me, it's my song.
Yeah, exactly.
Take it from the guy who wrote it.
Take it from the guy who wrote it. You're right. So this song starts off with solos from Chase Nixon, Ryan Starrett, and Chris Senador, all who have been on the lovely Streamboat in different capacities because they're amazing musicians. And if you listen to this song on the album, you'll hear them all featured. And that's the only reason I wrote this intro. It has this chord progression. This style is never used again throughout the whole song. It's literally just because I wanted to hear them play fancy shit. And they hate it. It's like everybody takes a solo on each bar, and it was awful. But they nailed it. So go listen to it on Spotify.
You should, yes. Not right now, but
But
right
not
after
right now.
this.
Stay here and listen to the acoustic version with me, KILLIAN McCALLA.
Ow!
Yeah. All right, this song's called Crooks. It goes like this. Zip me up in a body bag, give me more than you think you had. Write me off as your compliment and then zip me away. Oh, na 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 na, oh, na 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 na. But throw it down as a simple kid, peel it back like you think you did. A scarecrow built without his limbs, straw filled but not within. Oh. Na 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 na, oh, na 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 na. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. So just leave me. Just leave me be, and just watch me slip away. Just watch me slip away. Listen to me as I desperately try to hold on to my beliefs. A charlatan built on reverie, how the gods have forsaken thee. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. And sympathy from the mezzanine for the crooks built on lies through teeth. Better songs that they never sing. Somebody. Look at that. This is such a good. I was on such a roll. And then we fucked up the coolest part of the song. We're starting again from that line, okay? Are you ready?
I was listening to that.
Look at me. We're starting again. Sympathy from the mezzanine, from the crooks built on lies through teeth. Better songs that they'll never sing. Somebody writes you not believe. Oh, nah, 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 nah. See, that's much better when it flows right. Nah, 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 nah. And I don't need no, I don't need nobody. I don't need no, I don't need nobody. So just leave me and just leave me be. And just watch me slip away. Just watch me slip away. Damn fool with a snake in tongue. Evil sleeps where you think they're not. Nevermore will you ever say before they take you away. Oh, na na na, na 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 na. Oh, na na na, na na na.
Hey! Hey.
Are you guys done? Okay, because this is the bit from the live set, is that we've now changed it to like a little octave up. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. So just leave me be. And just watch me, love, just watch me slip away. Just watch me slip away. Oh, look at that light change. It was perfectly timed.
Right on the strum out.
Yeah. That's the joke from the live shows, that we'd let everybody clap and then change it. That's when I would change my capo. Thanks.
It's a genius transition.
I know, right? It's so smart.
Hey, did you notice the part where you messed up was on the word of the song title
Crooks?
that I
I
forgot?
know. I know. I got in my own head about it, I think. I think I just got in my own head. I was like, this is it. Don't mess this part up. This is the part that you can't mess up.
That song's fucking amazing. I do want to give a quick shout out to Kyle, who threw up the title Crooks Take 2 right after that.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty hilarious.
That's hilarious. Good job, Kyle.
Well, hey, I feel like 5 songs in is pretty good for not having a terrible mess up.
And like being booked on the show like a night ago. Yeah.
I
think
always
you're
struggled with
killing
the
it.
lyrics to this song, too. Every time we'd play it live, I'd forget that verse. And it's literally the name of the song. How can you mess that up? How do you mess that up? All right. Well, we got 3 more, huh?
Heck yeah.
This is another one with like loads of horns and backup singers and a whole choir. My entire family is on this album. Like, my brother plays trombone. My brother-in-law plays the saxophone.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's sick.
There's a whole lot of stuff that you're not going to hear right now. But again, you can listen to it on Spotify with all of the horns.
Yeah.
For now, you're going to have to deal with my whistling. Which is,
Amazing.
good or bad. Whatever, whatever
Like
your
a-
opinion is, I don't really care. You're going to listen to it. Sorry. It starts with a little record scratch, too, at the beginning, too, right? With the horn.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go. Yeah, it's perfect. We wanted it to sound ominous, like some sort of Western movie. And the silhouetted figure in the background is walking towards the camera.
That's so funny you said that. That's exactly what I see when I'm watching this or listening to it.
Yeah.
I am watching it while I listen to it.
Yes. That's the goal.
Yeah, it can totally fit in a way.
This is a wordy song, too. It's an entire page on this paper, so you thought Crooks was bad. Get ready. Sift through the little things, wonder what the angels sing. Hear the bells begin to ring and count your blessings, sure. She sat me down in Santa Fe, peeled a pistol from my hand, cleaned me up a selfish man and placed dirt upon my grave. And she said, dry your eyes, you knew this day would come. You squandered off the best of it and now the worst can't be undone. It's no surprise you lay before me now. You filled your pockets with everything and now the weight has worn you down. And you said, don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. That's the line you guys have to sing at the end, by the way. So keep listening and remember. It sounds like this. Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. Sweet sax solo. And then a trumpet solo. I know I said I was going to whistle, but instead I just wanted to, sing the instruments in a terrible fashion. The world that took the best of me, what you love will never see, or fill my heart with lust for greed and send me on my way. So tell me where I went wrong. Let's sing about my talent song. There never was a worst event, and so I never made it out. And oh, so dry your eyes, you knew this day would come. Fill my pockets with everything and now the worst can't be undone. It's no surprise I lay before you now. I fill my pockets with everything and now the weight has worn me down. And I cried, don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the wake. Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the wake. I fell so fast as they shot me down. The shells rang out as I hit the ground. There never was a sweeter sound as I smiled about my fate. So place your dimes upon my eyes, for this is how I wish to end. Not at the throes of a sick man's bed, but in a blaze of smoke and flame. And I cried, dry your eyes, you knew this day would come. Squandered off the best of it, and now the worst can't be undone. So no surprise, I lay before you now. I fill my pockets with everything and now the weight has worn me down. And I cried, don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the wake. All right, you all have to sing. Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. You gone?
Don't pray for me, for I will haunt you in the way. Don't pray for me, for I
will haunt you in the way. Don't haunt me, bro. Thanks for singing, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely, I can see Clint Eastwood just showing up real quick. Especially
Swings
with the
back his big
And
overcoat.
shooting everyone with a pistol.
Shooting everyone. Shows up, kills everybody in the room.
Shooting everyone.
Awesome. That was the last Small Time song. The last
Shout
two
out-
are
shout out small time.
the last two are When Giants Pass songs.
Are these first time playing them live?
I've played them on live streams,
Okay.
but I have not played
In front of another person.
in front of another person.
In front of a live person.
Yeah. I've played in front of dead people. That's different, right? This one features lots of ukulele, but you know, we work with what we got. This is my friend Amy's favorite song, so I feel like I got a shout out, right?
Shout
She's
out.
probably in the chat. What up, Amy?
She is.
There's
there.
I sat alone by the porch, a little to the left of the stairs that they had built when you were born. And the trucks going by with no roads, no roads. Someone let know you were gone. And contrary to belief, you were never even seen, they could be wrong. And the feeling how it runs on through your toes. But baby, come on, it's a long day, and I know you've been traveling alone in this good war. The house, how it creaks, how it moans. It heard it all before, all those little empty words that we had spoke. And how it would wish the world would end. But baby, come on, it's a long day, and I know you've been traveling alone in this good war. In this good war. Do you want the extended version?
Do it.
It haunts me still. Lots of haunting. All the melodies. They haunt me still. All the little things. And the war, how it hangs on my heart. Ripping keeping me, ripping me apart. And how I would wish the war would end. And how I would wish the war would end. And how I would wish the war would end. I sat alone by the porch, little to the left, the stairs that they had built when you were born. And how I would wish the war would end. There you go.
Amy says such a damn good song.
She always says that. Means nothing.
Why? Well, I'll say that for the questions. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I guess we're at the last one.
the last
Thank you
one.
for having me back on the stream boat. The first for 2024.
Yes, thank you for
Hell
being
yeah.
here.
Definitely my favorite place to play music. Like, I was so.
Adam Sharp says, we love you.
Oh, I love you too, Adam. And you'll find booty.
Oh,
So I guess this is the last song. This one's called And After the Wake. But we played it 2 songs later. And I've been stuck inside your head, wishing swan songs could be sung. And I've been peeling back your soul, wishing I could understand. And you said, it's a long way down from here. So won't you join me for the fall? It doesn't matter what I do, 'cause you still haunt me. You still haunt me. And I've been bleeding at my core, wishing I could figure out. And it's been tearing at my skin, pleading that I'd be made whole. And you said, it's a long way down from here. So won't you join me for the fall? It doesn't matter what I do, 'cause you still haunt me. You still haunt me. That's it.
well done.
Adam Sharp says, my wife says I have no booty, so that really means a lot.
That's good. Okay. That's all I got for you.
Dude, now we're just going to talk.
Okay.
How about that?
I like it. I like talking.
You need a guitar stand or...
Maybe. I think it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it just blows up.
That is my Padre's guitar, Barry Dale.
Yeah?
Shout out to him for letting
Shout
me
out
use
Barry
this sweet
Dale.
guitar.
Actually, Barry Dale just requested you to play Lips.
Yeah. Sorry.
He said, I'll let you borrow the guitar, play the song.
I make the set list.
He said, never will you borrow it again. Dude, that was fucking just such a great performance, like especially like being so last minute. Like I don't want to just go down each song, but I kind of do have a lot that I want to talk about with
Sure.
each song.
Yeah.
Of course, anyone in the chat, if you're watching, feel free to drop in a question,
Holla
and
back.
we will totally get to that. If there are any questions, we can. I know someone was asking if I think it was Scoobert, our long time watcher Scoobert.
Oh. That's
We
Scoobs.
love you, Scoobs. But yeah, she was saying that your whistling is like Andrew Bird, and wants to know if you like had any influence from him.
Someone asked that last time.
I think so.
Yeah, I love Andrew Bird. He's great. I mean, I started whistling like in my songs before Andrew Bird, but thank you. But he's definitely an inspiration for doing it better because he's like the best. If you ever have heard an Andrew Bird song and heard him whistle, you're like, God, I wish I could mimic that.
Actual
and so,
bird.
yeah. So it's like, my whistling has evolved because of Andrew Bird.
Yeah, I mean, you put a lot
Still
of
not
like
where I want.
vibrato and like
Yeah.
style in your whistling.
Makes it sound a little better than just a flat sound.
Yeah. No, I love it, dude. The first thing I really wanted to get into, I don't know if we have any questions yet, but I'll just jump into one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Is with Rue This Day. I mean, really, like,
Yeah.
I think you kind of have this theme going throughout the entire album, but I only focused on 2 songs because I swore Crooks wasn't on it. I was actually so like confident, like, oh, this is a new song, that I just didn't even check. And I knew that track order, but I guess I failed myself and you. But no, dude, like I want to know basically where these, like, is there anything behind the lyrics in Rue This Day? Like, they're so brutally honest, but like very broad.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Where do the lyrics kind of start or come from?
It's just, it's a lot of anger, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are quite a few people that, when writing the album In the Wake, I was going through some stuff with some people in my life, and not just one person, but, multiple. And it all kind of came to a head when I was in the middle of writing In the Wake, which we had a timeline on and all this stuff. And it was just kind of a way for me to be like, you're going to regret everything right now because I'm writing this song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, This is the song to say you're going to regret it.
Yeah. Basically, like, you've done wrong, and I'm going to make sure you know.
You've wronged me.
Yeah.
Probably wronged other people. And
Right.
It's just kind of like, and it pulls from a lot of experiences of anger, which is why the song tonight, it probably sounded loud, but on the album too, it's a very loud, violent song with lots of screaming and yelling, and there's lots of like parts where I just outright scream in parts because it's just such a brutal song that I just, that was my way of, instead of screaming at people, I just wrote it down.
Right. Yeah, you scream at a crowd and have them scream back. Yeah. It's
Which
much
they
better.
did sometimes. You guys did tonight, which is great.
Hey. Yeah, dude, that song like is definitely has that kind of like, it's just, whoever or the people that wronged you, you're like basically saying like, you truly deserve the consequences of your actions. And I want to make sure you are well aware of that.
Yeah.
And I love how, like, not to just jump all the way down to In the Wake, but it does seem like it's kind of like all about, like, not necessarily the same person, but it's like from those same feelings, just the next moment of your thoughts with them.
Yeah.
First, before getting into that, I do want to shout out like all the instrumentation. I did not know that was like your family. That's freaking sick. Because like,
my brother Wesley Dale played trombone on the trombone solo, and my brother-in-law Nathan Hollis played the saxophone. Jacob Kersey, who is not a family member, played the trumpet, but still very good job, not family member. And then the choir, the chorus at the end of the song, we just grabbed my entire family and shoved them down in a room with a microphone and had them sing over and over. And then my sister is the one who closes the song out.
Oh, okay.
After all the chaos, my sister sings the last line.
Really? That's legit. Okay.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's super
that's
cool,
really cool.
man.
Yeah.
And it's like, not to get like too deep into that, like all
This
these
is
people
literally
wronged by
what
someone.
was the name of the show? Someone remind me what the name of the show is.
Let me
On this deep dive, I don't want to get too deep.
well-
Hit me. What is it?
was like potentially everyone involved in this song wronged by who the song is about, or felt
In
that
a
this
way, vicariously maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Or through me, or
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
they wronged you, so
in
they're
some
your family.
way.
They're-
Yeah, in
got
some
your
way, I
back.
guess. I haven't really thought about it in a long time, so it kind of has that vibe for me. Yeah, now that
Yeah.
you say it, it kind of does. It felt important to include them
involve-
on a song. There are most of them are musicians in some form or fashion and have inspired me
Yeah.
one way or the other. And for the last track on the album that I thought was going to be our last album, I really wanted to get them on it and feature them.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool. I mean, because I'm sure they like had your back through the process.
Oh, absolutely.
You to have them on your album backing you,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's like full circle there. And it seems kind of like the person who, like, I mean, I know it may not be like an individual necessarily. I'm sure there's like multiple individuals, like you said, but kind of seems like those feelings like of being wronged is kind of brought at a head in this song, because obviously it's the last one.
Right.
It's like basically whoever's like on their deathbed, maybe fully realizing what they're doing, maybe even trying, or maybe even not caring. I don't know, but but they're fully aware of their actions,
Right.
and you're basically saying like, dude, there's no turning back. Like this is your life. You chose it. You're at the end of it, and sorry, that's how it is.
You did.
I'm not going to
this.
give you anything to make you happy on your way out.
Right.
Kind of like,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of real heart and heavy feeling in that song that it's really pretty.
Honestly, I get a pretty heavy feel, not like necessarily in a bad way, but like a pretty heavy emotional feeling from a lot of your songs, and I actually enjoy that a lot because even though a lot of them are pretty upbeat and like you can like kind of tap your leg to it or whatever, like it's still like really kind of like emotional, like raw lyrics,
Right.
and I actually enjoy that a lot about it.
You're not faking that shit. That's some real.
Well, it's like they say you should keep a journal or whatever, right? Like that's my journal.
Well, speaking of, you have it, right?
It's how I do. Yeah, I have it here because it has more notes in it for stuff. But instead of meditating or talking with a therapist or something, I usually write, and that's just when something happens that is monumental. It tends to end up in the book in some form or fashion, whether it's one part of a song or a whole song or a whole album. I think that's just been my way of dealing with things, is just to write them as a song.
That's a form of therapy too.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Cathartic. Would you say like your like musical writing and your lyrical writing are like two separate entities that like come together, or like how do you go about that?
No.
They're like,
Usually when I write, it's something has happened, and then I'll be kind of writing the words, trying to figure out how and it all kind of comes together at the same time. Like usually when I'm figuring out a song, it all kind of clicks at one point, and I'll send a message to Chris and go, "Is there anything here? Like, is this any good?" But it usually is like one line, right?
okay.
Like In the Wake, actually, as a good example, was gonna be like 4 songs or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
each part was a different song that I had wrote. But then I, after sitting down and looking at all of them and looking at the story it was kind of telling, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna cram this together.
Yeah.
I don't need to write 4 full entire songs. I can do one and make it 5.5 minutes long.
Like when you're writing lyrics, or do you like, are you already have like the melody as you're writing, or are you just kind of like spilling it out?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
it
just
kind
depends.
of changes, but yeah, a lot of times it's just like just kind of happens. A lot of times in the car, you know, you're just like, this would sound cool. How do I work that into a guitar chord?
Yeah.
Another question from chat real quick,
Yeah.
actually. Amy wants to know, any plans for another When Giants Pass album or even some singles?
I don't know if you want one.
Hey.
They're on Spotify now, so I can start putting music for that on Spotify. So I have a lot of songs. This notebook is pretty full. It still has some pages left, but all of anything I've written from In the Wake and on is in here.
How long have you had that?
Long time.
Yeah.
Probably before In the Wake came out. I think my
Wow.
mom probably bought it for me. It was like, you know,
Like
you
7,
need something
8
a little
years
cooler
old
to.
almost?
Yeah. It's old, but since before In the Wake, I've had the notebook. So anything from that album and on, including the unreleased stuff, because there's like 60 songs or something that
For
we
real?
haven't like brought to light. Well, 59 since we released Lips, but but there's a lot of songs in there that haven't, seen the light of day for one reason or another. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like any that you're like, definitely there's a reson? And you're like,
Oh,
that can never
yeah.
be seen?
Well, yeah, for sure. Like ones that are either like so bad or like, don't do the message right, Sometimes you write it and you're, oh, this is the thing I want to write about right now. It's like, it's not, the feel of the song does not match
Right.
my emotions right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Especially, with writing, sometimes you sit down to write a certain feel, but that's not the feel that you're feeling.
Right.
It comes out completely different.
Yeah.
So with The Good War, that is like the name of the song. That's also the album title.
Yes.
Which, I mean, obviously that's like a very important song to the album, right?
Yes.
So what would you say is The Good War to you?
The album or the song?
The song, like, what is the good war? What is the war worth fighting for?
This was one of those songs that was written near the tail end of the album. And it was kind of at that point, Ryan wasn't in small time anymore. We weren't really rehearsing or practicing. And I was feeling like, alone. So you're like alone, just waiting for something, right? Just waiting. I don't know what for, but waiting. And that song kind of encompasses like me finishing that album and releasing that album and continuing to write even when other people weren't interested or available or whatever.
Yeah.
And for me, that song kind of, at the time, I think like the next month, I announced that Small Time was done, but that we had played our last show after I released the album. And it just kind of felt like that, it felt like, okay, this is my next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's also the title of a very good book about World War II. I don't remember the author.
Oh, okay.
But the title is stolen from an old novel.
Okay.
Called The Good War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is definitely a battle with your own musical like creations and creativity. Yeah, that's a battle or a war worth fighting for, I'd say, for sure. Yeah. And I know like with my own personal things with Steady Common and stuff, it's hard to keep fighting that alone. So I understand where you're coming from for sure. Because it's nice to have people on your side when you're fighting a war.
Yeah, absolutely. They're like, that's the thing. I was looking back through pictures of In the Wake when I re-released it on Spotify. Small Time Capone on Spotify. I went back, however many years it's been, a lot of years, and found pictures of us recording it in Chase's parents' basement. Guitars everywhere. We had I brought my iMac over to his house. We bought we bought a bunch of stuff from Guitar Center. we borrowed someone's like drum mic kit and just set it up in this like we took over his parents' basement and had all of our instruments there, and we spent probably half a year together in that basement. I mean, if we had free time, we were there. And so, you know, it just kind of, that's the good war, right? Like that's the moments you live for as a musician, is hanging out with the other people who get it. Because the album musically wouldn't be what it is without those three backing me and making it sound the way it did, right? Because otherwise it would just be me and the guitar like you heard tonight, which isn't bad, but but all of the extra stuff is brought by the other people contributing.
Yes, things you would never think of.
Right.
And that's why I loved having a band too. Mm-hmm. You know, you bring a song to them, and then like by the time it ends up on the record, it's like not the same song at all sometimes.
No, it's completely different.
Yeah, like you said, like Chase was super like inspired by NoFX in that one solo, so it's like, you know, I would never think of doing something like that.
Right.
But yeah, that's super cool. Like it definitely is a group effort in this sometimes, and I think it's also sweet, like to do such like a solo effort that you've done with like When Giants Pass, because you did everything, right? You did like guitar, banjo, mandolin, ukulele,
anything. If it's noise on the album, I did it.
Like you recorded, edited.
The only thing I didn't do was the album art, which was done by my sister again, Bridget Dale.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, shout out Bridget.
There you
go. Yeah, dude, I'm just like really impressed with like how you did that on your own through that time too, because I know that's like a time when you can feel defeated and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like how long did it take? Like when did the process start of like writing that music and then like to the end of recording it?
The When Giants Pass.
Yeah.
Probably not long after In the Wake released.
Okay.
Maybe like a year or something.
A year from
In the
that,
Wake release. Like that's when I started writing it, and then like it took another year or two to kind of finalize it. Like you have all these songs that kind of are ideas and stuff, and you have other songs that you're working on with your other band that it's like, okay, I wrote 10 songs. We're going to do an album right after In the Wake, and no one was feeling it. So I wrote another 10 songs. And then we kind of liked those songs a little better, so we started working on those. And then I had also started writing again more songs. And at that point, I was like, I want to release something.
Yeah.
So it just kind of turned into this need to have more music released so that I could get rid of it out of my head and not have to think about it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need to add anything to this music now. It's out.
Yeah. No, I totally get that, man. That I have a lot of songs in my head that I need to get out.
Right.
So maybe I'll have my own solo album here soon.
Do it.
Or maybe we'll, team up on a few and do a little duo record.
Now we're talking.
Hey.
Now we're talking.
So yeah, dude, like I think, well, first off, before I get to the chats, like if anybody in the chat and if we have any crew questions today, but
yeah, don't hesitate. Apparently, nothing's too taboo. All bets are off. You can ask him anything.
Yeah,
now's your shot.
It's true.
Get dirty.
Get down and dirty.
Actually,
don't tempt some of them. Adam's going to come back on the chat.
Kelly, if you don't mind, I just want to ask you a couple of questions about your process. So since you primarily compose a lot of your music just by yourself, like you don't really get a lot of outside input. So what's your process like as far as like recording? Do you do a lot of like pre-production at home and then you take it to a studio, or do you kind of do a lot of
I've
stuff
done
just
everything
in-house?
at home. I don't
That's
go
beautiful.
to studios.
I actually love that a lot.
That started with Chase, Ryan, and I were in a wannabe pop punk band in high school, right? Like everybody else. And we would record, demos, on our own, and it just kind of sprung from that. So when we did the first Small Time Capone album, On and On, which unless I re-record it, will probably never be on Spotify, but you could go listen to it on Bandcamp because it's old and it's cobbled together, right? But that kind of lo-fi, like
I still love it.
So we recorded On and On in Chase's closet at his like apartment he was living in college.
Nice.
So he had like, this much space in his closet where he had his desk set up and the mic. And I would just bring, it was just like in the wig. I just brought all my guitars over, brought my bass. I just brought any instrument I could play. I would bring it over, and I'd come to Chase, or on my own if it was a solo song. I would come with the chords relatively intact and the lyrics ready to go, and kind of the melody of the song with the voice. And then we would just kind of plunk away and add little bits, right? So we'd record the singing with all the lyrics and the guitar and kind of the structure of the song, and then we'd be like, okay, let's add bass here, or let's do a solo here, or let's sprinkle in some mandolin or ukulele or whatever we felt like it really needed. We would just be like, let's add that in now. And then we would kind of mix it as best we could and then just release it.
Yeah.
Because we're poor,
Right.
We had we had enough equipment to record it, and
Right.
not enough money to get it produced.
Yeah, out of curiosity, what DAW do you use, or did you use?
What?
DAW, like recording software?
For On and On, it was GarageBand.
Hell yeah.
And I think it was the same for Songs for No One. I think that was GarageBand too. So that was 14 songs we wrote and recorded over like 2 years, and it was a long process.
Wow. And it was all in GarageBand.
It was all in GarageBand.
That's impressive.
I recorded anything that was stringed on that album too, and then Chase recorded a lot of guitars and guitar solos and stuff, and then he also recorded the drums. And the way he did it, because at the time we had 2 microphones and GarageBand and a little Tascam with like 2 inputs.
Oh, man,
And the way that he recorded each drum part kind of individually. So he recorded the bass drum on its own, the snare on its own, and the cymbals on their own. And he blended them together and then did the electronic GarageBand drums. He typed them out and synced them up with what he was playing so that it sounded a little better.
That's insane.
For
That
every
sounds like
song.
so much work.
If a song has drums
crazy.
on Songs for No One, know that the process to get those drums on that album was
You
crazy.
said Chase. You
Insane,
said Chase
dude.
did that.
That's Chase
Yeah.
Nixon.
Shout out to you, Chase.
Yeah.
That's insane.
For real.
He
That's
did a
fucking-
lot of
that
work
is
on the drums
fucking
for that
crazy,
album
and
because
you
they
are the
sound
GOAT
great.
and
They
also
sound
insane
like
for that.
crazy good.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, so that's just kind of what we knew, right? So everything was, and I kind of like that lo-fi, right? Like I don't want anything too overproduced.
A lot of people get bogged down with like overcomplicating their recording and engineering
Yeah.
process. Like if you are a good artist and a skilled musician and you take your performances seriously when you're recording, it's not as complicated to come out with a great record as people think.
It's definitely a process. I don't know about our stuff being great, but I'm proud of what we did.
It is.
I was
We're
watching.
telling you as people who sat here
It's
and
good,
listened to
thanks.
it on multiple occasions. It's good. We let you come back for a reason.
Because you look good. But no, I mean, yeah. So that was another thing too in the process, is that everything is almost, if we can manage it, everything is just one take. We don't. I was watching something, I saw like a YouTube short or something, was like Billie Eilish was talking with someone and she was showing off the monitor of her recording, and she goes, "You see all of those lines? Those are all different takes." And I was like,
That's
why?
not
like,
impressive.
yeah, exactly. Like you said, she's obviously
that
a very talented singer, right?
No, she's a great singer,
She's-
but it's funny you say that because I think that's like I don't know why, but I feel like younger artists, they think that's like a flex to like say like, hey, I had to punch in this whole thing. Like I literally
I
didn't
had to do all this work.
I was so like, yeah,
like
exactly.
we didn't have time for that shit. So it
It's
was
like-
like,
it's like
you better
a flex.
nail this in one
It's like
take.
a flex. Like I was so anal retentive about doing this take that I couldn't do it all in one take, so I broke it down into 17 takes. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and so
Like,
that's the
that's
thing I
I'd like
like
to see
about
you do that live.
Yeah, so
right?
so that's the thing. That's the thing I like about it, is that I'm gonna do it in one take, and I go back and listen to the songs like for rehearsing this, and I'm like, oh, that one note, you didn't sing that well, but it's there. That's
Yeah.
what I sound like.
Yeah, no, it's the most authentic you can be. Not to change the topic away from music. And
Change it to
whatnot.
whatever you want to.
We had like a very short conversation. I had a friend who came in town who plays a lot of Warhammer. So I asked you what faction you're in, and I have no clue what I'm even asking by asking that. So
I just get a message from Justin that says, "What faction do you play?"
I don't know what that
Talk
even
about
means.
talk about World of Warcraft or something, bro.
So will you explain to me and the fellow people who have no clue what
Warhammer is?
Like,
I could, but I did it all day at work today.
oh, and you're like, yeah,
56 people or something, like individual people coming in and asking what Warhammer is about.
oh man,
It's a neat
Yeah.
little board game and miniatures hobby where you paint little models like an old fart. You know,
Whoa.
one of those old people that really gets into like reenactments of like little miniature versions of war.
like up.
But it's fantasy. Yeah, sure. It's like that. But yeah, it's just a neat little game and hobby.
So my question to you now is, what is the smallest paintbrush you own?
I don't know the numbers of them because they all just say like extra small and stuff like that.
not
But
like
it's pretty small. It's got a couple of hairs on it.
Do you have a single hair paintbrush?
I don't have a single hair paintbrush. I'm not that dedicated. I'm not a
No,
fancy painter.
Yeah, I really do wish we could like throw up a few of like the
things.
figurines. What do I call it?
Models.
Models?
miniatures.
Yeah,
Someone
miniatures.
called them dolls one time, and I was like, okay, sure.
Figurines and models.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, you really are like super talented at it. It looks not hand painted after you're done with it. So yeah, you're like, who cares? I'm here to play music.
I know, you know.
I think Gundam, dude. I get it.
Gundam's cool.
Yeah.
Gundam's cool. You get it. You absolutely get it.
Catherine says, "Who you calling old?"
You calling old?
Catherine Baldwin.
Catherine? I don't know if I know Catherine. Oh, Kathy. Oh, yeah.
Kathy.
I'm calling me old, so where's the camera? I gotta do like the side eye. Call me old.
Well, dude, we have totally appreciated having you on here. I think we're pretty much good. There's no more questions in the chat.
No more questions. Anybody
Nope.
else have questions in the dark room in the back?
Kyle.
Oh, I know Ryan actually did have a question. Yeah, he said, what is an instrument you want to use in a song that you haven't yet?
I think we used a glockenspiel.
He's like,
I'm pretty sure.
We have.
I was gonna say we might.
glockenspiel.
I think we worked one of those in. I don't know, an instrument I haven't used. I'm trying to think of what instrument don't I own because that would be it. I don't know.
I'll say one thing.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah.
I've played a didgeridoo before.
You could
It's
have
fun.
had some vibra
Not on
slapping
a
in the
song.
wake,
Yeah,
just some
there
like
you go. Accordion. It's accordion, hands down. I've just thought of it. It's accordion.
Yeah.
I would love
Okay.
that.
French horn.
French horn.
French horn.
Barry Dale says French horn. Catherine says spoons.
Oh. Can you slap a
Barry
mean
plays
spoon
both
on
of
your
those.
knee? Bagpipes.
No bagpipes. They're too much.
And I know I've asked you this before, but I ask everybody. So maybe there's something new since you've been on that you've had to eat and it's super delicious. But what is a food spot that you're like, we got to go to?
I want to say it, but they just announced like 2 weeks ago that they were closing down. We went to, what's it called? There's a place over in Roswell, like by the Avenue.
Okay.
I forget what it was, but it was a seafood place. I guess
love
it
me
goes
some
to
seafood.
show why it's closing down, is I can't remember the name. But no, they announced they're closing it, and my wife and I just found it. She had a bunch of gift cards because she's a teacher, so at the end of the year they just
Awesome.
like give them stuff. So we had a bunch of gift cards, so we got to go do this fancy meal, but it was like hands down the best seafood I ever had. I was like, dang.
Okay, by the Avenue. I have to try to. Check
I mean,
it
it's
out within
closed
the next
now.
2
You can't
weeks.
go.
Oh,
you can't go. It's literally closed now. So, yeah, sorry. Like, it was awesome. I ate there twice. Fuck you.
Well, thanks for this suggestion. My mouth is watering.
Mm-hmm.
I can only dream what it was.
You literally can only dream.
Well, dude, thank you so much again.
Yeah,
Before we head out, we're doing a little new thing where we give our thanks for the week, the day, the month, the new year, the whatever. Is there anything you'd like to give thanks to?
Shoutouts and plugs.
Shoutouts, plugs.
Thankful to have a home again after moving 4 times this year. This is my 4th home I've lived in, so I'm happy to have one that's stable without rats.
Yeah, congrats on that, man.
So I'm thankful for that. And my wife. Your wife. My wife, your wife. I'm thankful for everybody's wives.
Shout out wives.
But yeah, I mean, thankful for you guys for having me on, because otherwise, I probably wouldn't practice or play these songs. Really,
we'll try to have you on as much as we can.
But I mean, yeah, I don't really play shows anymore for Small Time or When Giants Pass. So I'm very thankful to have a reason to, play the songs again, because it's fun.
Well, I definitely want to thank you for putting them on Spotify too. Glenn-san, is there anything that you'd like to say thanks to?
I just want to shout out the crew, because we definitely have been, converging to come up with how we want this year to go, and I think we've been doing a really good job on staying on top of that. So definitely thankful for the crew of us just synergizing and always trying to keep each other on the same page and staying organized. I love that. Also super thankful for just my family and my wife.
Heck yeah. Jason, you got anything?
Always simple, dude. Always thankful for the viewers and the people coming here to join us on the boat. Obviously we're here for the artists, giving the platform. We love making a better show for you guys to come and enjoy it every Saturday with us. So, to 2024, we have a lot of big plans, and you guys supporting us makes those plans happen. So can't wait.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. I definitely want to just, say thanks to you guys for everything. Thanks to Ryan for jumping on the camera. That was
shout out Ryan for doing the camera work today.
Thanks to Jake for pretty much producing this one.
Yeah, Jake was executive produced this episode.
Yeah, just keeping that show running going.
Mm-hmm.
Always Glenn-san on the mic or on the knobs, turning up the mics, making us sound good on the mics.
It wasn't me singing.
It was actually all me.
Yeah. And Jason Joestar keeping us in track. If you're in the chat, that's who you're talking to. And Kyle, who had to dip a little early, but always appreciate him. And last but not least, KILLIAN McCALLA for being here. Small Time Capone, When Giants Pass. Go check it out on Spotify. Everywhere now.
Yeah. It's
on
awesome.
whatever
streaming thing I could select on the thing.
So sweet.
If you listen to music on a platform, both bands are probably on there.
Yeah.
And that's all our names on social media too. So
heck yeah.
You can look at pictures of me.
Yeah. Beautiful. I'll do that tonight. Later. Dude, really seriously, thank you so much for doing this last minute. I also want to give a huge get well soon, and we miss you, Chris, and Somersick. We hope to have on here sometime soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't wait to have that happen. But dude, this is the Streamboat Ditty Deep Dive. Subscribe, like, and do all that stuff that we shamefully have to ask for, but that's how we continue to grow. So thanks and helping us do that.
And tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, your mom, your dad, aunts, uncles, cousins.
Check out
tell
the
them all.
website. We've got merch. It's the corny stuff, but we do it for you.
Yeah, thestreamboat.com.
Thestreamboat.com, baby.
Stick around. Right after we say goodbye, there's going to be a quick little video of all of the shows from last year.
Nice. Yes.
Hey, 2023 wrap up for y'all. But yeah, thanks again, KILLIAN, so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Can't wait to have you back. This is Ditty Deep Dive. See y'all later.
Look at the bright lights. See what follows and what comes after. I really want my pain to release me. And I can feel what's held over me.
Their talk is static. I try to fight it now. I'm back in my head.
Put a whole 30 in rubber bands. Now I got time for the running man.
Goodbye to the frogman. Juice like a Tesla, slamming down shots, got me feeling like a wrestler.
Hey, where do we go? the lights on, the sky. I take it anything you want, just rub my back the way you do.
I done seen it all. Shots fired, cops, sirens go. I done seen it all.
Automatic, boo, I steer the coupe like it was manual.
So not in Kansas anymore.
Hey, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. Big gun shooting in the air.
I slammed the door. Yeah, but you love, you wanted more.
I'm always gonna place on my mama, put that on my name. Now we is not the same.
Over and over and over and over. Watch this the opposite speak out, y'all.
Always be the same. You gotta live with no regrets.
Handcuffed together, lights dancing there in charge.
The open air is choking me.
And when it's flowing down space, none of this matters anyway. Whoa, oh. How what happening? Lights, camera, action. Rubber bands. Now I got time for the running man.
Goodbye to the frogman. Juice like a Tesla, slamming down shots, got me feeling like a wrestler.
Hey, where do we go now? The lights on the sky. I take it anything you want, just rub my back the way you do.
I done seen it all. Shots fired, cops, sirens, dog. I done seen it all.
Automatic, boo, I steer the coupe like it was manual.
So not in Kansas anymore.
Hey, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. Big gun shooting in the air.
I slammed the door. Yeah, but you love, you wanted more.
I'm always gonna place on my mama, put that on my name. Now we is not the same.
Over and over and over and over. Watch this the opposite speak out, y'all.
Always be the same. You gotta live with no regrets.
Handcuffed together, lights dancing there in charge.
The open air is choking me.
And when it's flowing down space, none of this matters anyway. Whoa, oh. How what happening? Lights, camera, action.